According to a news article from Times of India on October 3rd, Wipro, Infosys and Tech Mahindra have revoked offer letters of freshers. If you go down in the same article a bit, you will notice that NYSE listed IT services provider EPAM Systems has asked around 100 employees to resign. Now go down a bit more, you will notice that HCL Tech has laid off nearly 350 employees working on a Microsoft project. You might say that, hey, I do not care about HCL, EPAM Systems, Infosys, Wipro or Tech Mahindra, right? But that's not the point. The point is, according to the Naukri's JobSpeak report, August 2022, IT software sector has recorded a degrowth of negative 10% year over year in August 2022 versus August 2021. Delhi, NCR, Hyderabad and Pune have remained flat with respect to the hiring trends, and Bangalore has showed a dip of negative 10%. Now, I can show you more and more data elements, but the point is simple. The job market is getting tough. There is absolutely no denial about that. In this video, I want to speak about 4 things that can help you navigate these tough times and potentially also thrive. 4 things that I want to talk about. Number 1 is about the job opportunities themselves. Number 2, how do you build your skill sets? Number 3, how do you handle your financial situation? And finally, we'll talk a bit about the mindset. Okay, without any further delay, let's jump into the first part, that is job opportunities. Now, we know that in this particular scenario, the number of job opportunities are going to shrink. And this is going to happen at least for the next 1 year, right? In that scenario, how do you think about first strengthening your base, that is strengthening your job in your current organization? 2 or 3 ways to do that. Number 1, improve your network, right? And how do you improve your network at work? By helping other teams, right? And how do you help other teams? If you have a particular skill, let's say you are good at Excel, go and support other teams if they have any kind of support requirements in Excel area, right? Number 2, make sure that probably you work closely with your manager so that you know in his or her personal circles, if anybody is looking forward to learn Excel, then that might help too, right? Just to give you an example, I helped out my manager's brother to crack a few interviews in SQL when I was like literally starting out my career. 2 good things that have happened out of that, right? I literally spent probably 2 to 3 weekends, 2 to 3 hours just helping out, clear some interviews, so on and so forth. Number 1, he told me that, hey, if you have any kind of letter of recommendation, support that you need when you apply for an MBA, Masters, you can always count on me. That was the first thing, and he did give me recommendations for my MBA at INSEAD. Number 2, he also pushed me for a few projects 2 years, 3 years down the lane. He used to call me and say, hey Pawan, there is this project. I know you are really good at SQL. Can you please come on board, right? So these kind of opportunities do pop up. Network is really important. It is not just about saying yes to your manager, but actually supporting them for moving forward in their career and also anybody in their network, right? Please do not ignore that. Number 2, build your network beyond your team as well. And how do you do that? Helping other teams and also participating in events, right? So when you get an opportunity to go and work with some other team on some other activity beyond your core job, please do engage. Please do make sure that you are building that network, because at the first sign of distress in your particular role, rather than going and looking for a job on Naukri or Monster, your best bet is to talk to people within your own company so that if there are any openings, they will pull you in, right? Internal switch is way more easier compared to an external switch, and please do not ignore that opportunity, right? Very clear. These are the 2 things that you can do: building your network, helping your immediate manager, and also going beyond so that you're participating in these social activities. The third thing which I also want to mention is show your leadership skills through mentoring folks, or if there is any opportunity, you can probably do some additional value add work for the company. For example, in my situation, I helped my initial organization, Mu Sigma, to build an intranet within the company, a portal for storing all the knowledge documents, right? It was a simple effort, but I took that initiative and I did it. And that has helped me benefit quite a bit substantially because I got very good visibility at an organizational level, right? So these kind of things, please do participate and please do it. In the tough times, it's really important for you to get that kind of visibility. If you still have to look for a new job, what do, right? In the situation where you have to go for a new job, the first thing is to make sure that your digital profile is solid. What do I mean by digital profile? I of course mean LinkedIn, right? Recruiters, before talking to you, they first want to go check out who you are as an individual on LinkedIn, right? If you have not updated your LinkedIn from a very long time, please go do that, right? Update your LinkedIn. Make sure that you are engaging with people. I have done a couple of videos on how to improve your LinkedIn profile. I'm basically linking one of them over here. Please go watch that video. That gives you some tips and tricks on how to engage with others effectively on LinkedIn, right? Make sure you have that kind of digital presence. Number 2, do not ignore freelancing opportunities, right? What does freelancing opportunities mean? Build your profile on Upwork. Network with startup founders. These startup founders are the ones who are going to give you the opportunities or side gigs. So do not ignore. And in the shrinking job market, every opportunity is gold. Please pick them up. And that will subsequently reduce financial burden on you. Okay. Now, moving forward from the job opportunity space to the skill development space, how do you think about developing your skills in this tough market? You have to think about skill development in 3 layers, right? Building on your existing strengths. Number 2, building on some transferable skills so that you are not only appealing to your current industry, function, geography, employers, but also you have scope to be looking forward to jobs in different sectors and functions, right? Then the phase 3 is exploring new opportunities or new frontiers. So what do I mean by building your strengths? Nothing but the same thing that we have talked about with respect to strengthening your base in your current job, right? Coaching juniors, helping other teams, and asking your manager for additional work. The only additional thing with respect to skill development is go grab some knowledge in the additional adjacent spaces as well. For example, if you are good with Excel, go get that knowledge about VBA. If you are good with Excel and VBA, go try to get that knowledge in SQL and Python, right? If you are a digital marketing intern managing a few social media sites for a company, then probably go get that digital certification within Google Analytics, right? All these kind of things are your adjacent skill sets. You are not radically moving from one area to another area, but these small step changes will help you move towards that right hand side in the skill curve, right? The second thing is the transferable skills. In this transferable skills section, you are talking primarily about your domain knowledge, problem solving, and communication skills. What does domain knowledge mean? If you are a IT individual working in a bank, right? Your focus should not be just on writing codes. Your focus should also be understanding why you are writing that code and how that is helping the bank. That particular piece of information is going to help you subsequently when you apply for a financial services startup in a different role. Probably a product analyst role, a product manager role, so on and so forth. For a new set of roles for you to open up, domain knowledge is key. Along with the domain knowledge, of course, problem solving and communication. How do you improve your problem solving and communication? I'm going to give you an excellent opportunity in the description box. Please go check it out. It is something which I lead that can help you with problem solving and communication skills. I've also made a lot of videos within my YouTube channel. Please go check out them so that you get an idea about how to improve your problem solving skill and also your communication skill. The third one is about new frontiers. Once you add on your phase 1 adjacent skills, you add on your phase 2 domain knowledge, problem solving, and communication, then go ahead, get some kind of knowledge in a new frontier area such as sustainability, AI, cybersecurity, so on and so forth. This particular new knowledge applied with your phase 1, phase 2 skills will start opening up more and more opportunities. Yes, the knowledge required is pretty huge, but in the limited kind of job market, you need to do all these things for you to move ahead, right? Now, moving on to number 3, how do you think about your personal finances? 2 things that I would highly recommend. Do not get into the EMI games right now. The market is very bad. You don't want to be stressed out. Hey, how do I pay my EMS at all? Number 2, don't get into new commitments with regards to any additional big purchases into your personal portfolio. This control over your personal finance will help you relieve a lot of stress. It can help you go do freelancing work. It can help you be a little more open at your workplace, be a little more comfortable and open to taking a risk. So do not ignore that factor. Personal finance will help you do a lot of other things in your career path. The other thing that I want to talk about, the final one, is how do you handle this entire scenario from a personal mental perspective, right? Two things again. Number one, be positive irrespective of what is going to happen. Number two, if you are going and talking to an interviewer, if you are going and talking to a recruiter, no matter the outcome, please make sure there is a closure to every single conversation. Just drop a note, say, hey, thank you. Unfortunately, this didn't work out, but thank you so much for reaching out and sharing your answer, right? If there is any other opportunity, please do let me know. 99% of the folks do not close the loop. And if you close the loop and if you keep in touch with the recruiter, something else might pop up, right? They might give you feedback on what you did well versus what you didn't do well. Focusing on your strengths might come from these recruiters itself. So never ever forget to have closures to these loops, and that will help you again move forward pretty quickly. So these are the 4 things, guys. Hope it will help you continue to survive in this particular job market going for the next 1 year, and hopefully it will also help you thrive. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.